I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under. But now it's your turn to face my
This punch in the back of the head after telling a passenger he could not use the lavatory up in first class. Now that clearly set him off. Now the attack shocking everyone on board. Other passengers forced to step in and come to the rescue.
Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? That's the other one.
Shocked cabin crew members and passengers look on following an altercation in the skies. An unruly passenger rushes at a flight attendant, striking him from behind. The attack happened Wednesday afternoon on American Airlines Flight 377 from Cabo to LAX.
The flight attendant was so shocked, and he was just standing there.
Barry Livingstone was sitting in first class and captured the dramatic footage. He says the agitated passenger unprovokedly attacked the attendant after being told he could not use the lavatory up front because he wasn't a first-class passenger.
Once he started screaming at him, the flight attendant just turned around, and I think he was going to go and do something, but as he turned around and walked away, the guy jumped up out of his seat and bolted down the middle and punched him in the back. I mean, it was totally unprovoked.
That's when 4 other passengers get up and help restrain the man, using a zip tie on his hands and feet. A flight attendant is seen holding duct tape as an option to keep him down.
It felt like you were very helpless, and then every 10 minutes, he sort of had Tourette's, and he would just lash out and start screaming and shouting about being the Messiah and feeling misunderstood.
Once the plane was safely on the ground, LAX police and FBI took the assailant into custody. The incident, the latest, where a flight attendant is attacked on a plane, leaving many passengers on edge. The airline sent KTLA this statement, reading in part, quote, "Acts of violence against our team members are not tolerated by American Airlines. The individual involved in this incident will never be allowed to travel with us in the future, and we will work closely with law enforcement in their investigation."
If there wasn't anyone who could have got up, it could have been much worse.
Wow.
I know, right?
Gotta love, you know, that's a lie.
A lie.
For you. That's LA. Ooh, Nelly. Like, I mean, I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
So, okay. Right.
What the hell, man?
That's part of it. But also, all right.
How dare you hurt
I've
Jesus
gone to
Christ?
Yeah. Don't tie up the Christ. I've been on American airline flights.
I have to.
Specifically out of LAX.
I have to.
They're not bad.
No.
Actually, they're really spacious. Kind of nice. They, you got the in-flight movies and all the other stuff you can do. Like, it's nice.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem with them.
Never had an issue. I've actually never had an issue going to the bathroom in the front either.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't know.
But it might be
that he was already being a douche.
that he was already
prior.
being a douche prior to, and because he's requesting to go to the front.
Pardon me.
It's like, dude, there's probably a bathroom, not even 20 feet behind you.
I mean, but then again, maybe he had IBS or something.
And you want to stink up the front?
That doesn't matter. It's an emergency type situation.
Yeah, if they didn't say that there was somebody else using the other bathroom.
No, you're right. I'm just saying.
He's just requesting to go to the front. And I can see, if somebody's already being irate, if somebody's already having issues, like already being fussy, all the rest of it, you're not going to allow them to get anywhere closer to the main cabin.
Then you absolutely
need to. That's out of the question.
Oh yeah, you never know.
Right. The funny thing is, this guy never got to use the bathroom out of the entire flight. Now,
I mean, I'm not taking him in the bathroom.
I'm not either.
He just straight up, but clearly something's wrong with him because he punched him.
No. It's not just something
in the
wrong with
back of the
This
head.
isn't just him though. Like, This is becoming more and more prevalent.
Because people are
It's because people are pissed.
yeah, they're burnt the hell out. They're stressed out. They're angry. They're
Right.
frustrated.
It goes back to yesterday when we talked about how they're doing the whole, how they want to get anxiety
yeah, that's not it.
screenings for everybody in America under the age of 65, every adult 18 to 65. It's like, if you lived in the past 2 years as an adult, you have anxiety,
Yeah, but
at least a little bit.
yeah, but you have to be able to control it.
Yeah, it's the whole point of controlling it, but that's the thing. Most people are not taught to control it, and this guy obviously didn't.
Yeah, he clearly was not taught to control anything.
Also, it sounds like he was a little bit off his rocker. Probably didn't take his meds.
or maybe he's still adjusting to them.
That might also be. That could also be.
'Cause
He's adjusting to the
Just
meds.
saying.
But it's just it's the next straw in the string of violence that is. It's gonna next time. It's gonna be like, no, you can't leave your seat.
Yeah,
It's gonna start being like, I'm sorry, you can't leave your seat. You have to keep yourself buckled the entire time, and if you get up,
pee before we land.
yeah, you're gonna have
Or
to
pee
pee
before
before
we
we
take
go.
off,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna have to pee before we go. You know,
Just
it's.
it's kind of how it should be.
I don't care if it's a 16-hour flight. You're still gonna have to pee before you go.
Be like mom every time you go on a long trip. All right,
Right.
guys, make sure you go pee before we go.
Like, people don't understand, like, this sort of stuff, it creates more regulation. This sort of stuff, it creates more and more where people are just like, no, we're not going to deal with it. And companies like American Airlines they're going to start, because they're providing you a service that gives you faster travel than you could ever imagine beyond what you currently have.
Right.
They can dictate how you fly.
Yes,
They can dictate how you fly with them.
they can.
Like, it'll get to the point to where American Airlines is like, no, you do not take your seatbelt off. You stay in your seat.
But who wants to, like, in all
And
honesty,
if you
who wants
need
to fly like
assistance, you can ring the bell
that? You get escorted.
and get escorted to the bathroom. Beyond that, you better not get up out of your seat or you will be detained by marshals. They can do that.
Yeah, but then that's just
I know. And then it feels bad. But because we have so many people doing this, where literally like the attendant walks past and he's going to file a complaint or whatever, and he just gets up out of his seat and straight up wallops him in the back of the neck.
I'm just saying, you better be glad that it wasn't me as the attendant.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
No. Like, yeah, obviously I wouldn't have seen it coming, but then again, I wouldn't have turned my back to him.
that's what I'm not saying.
First off, if he started threatening me, my back never goes toward this guy.
no, but
And you could hear it in the video. Like the attendant says, is that a threat, sir? Are you threatening me, sir?
yeah, and then at that point, you kind of just need to go, you know what? I think it's a threat, man. You might want to sit your butt down.
It's a threat. Okay. You're now threatening me just so you can go to the bathroom. Guess what? Marshals.
Yeah, that's where I would have been. I would have been like, keep my eye on him, and then, yeah, you guys.
No, it wouldn't have been. No. The moment it's a threat. Marshals.
Yeah, excuse me.
So I don't have to handle this. Marshals.
Please come here. Please come here. Nah, but then, the guy kind of ran up the aisle. So how did he not hear that?
Do you not understand like how much noise is in that cabin at the time?
I didn't have a problem hearing.
You didn't have a problem hearing the conversation and stuff with the phone, but like you don't hear somebody running up a carpeted floor.
You do on that kind of flooring. That's why I can't hardly, as much as I like to sleep on a plane, I can't.
Yeah, because you hear everything.
Because I hear everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, once your ears pop.
Yeah. That's only like 5-10 minutes after takeoff. But
That's why I wear headphones.
It's people are just bent out of shape.
Right.
They're stressed. Everything, and it's because everything that they do, their life sucks. Everything is expensive.
Yeah. Did you not? So there was a story the other day where the Biden administration has now cost us an additional, this year alone, and just food, this year alone, the average American was over $1,200 more. It was more expensive by $1,200 so far.
And it's only going to get better, you guys. $1,200. It's only going to get better from here.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited.
$1,200 just on food.
Who needs Christmas?
Just on food. Apparently I don't.
We don't need to worry about Christmas.
Christmas
or
is not a
bills
thing.
or
Birthdays are not a thing
Nah.
anymore. Nobody needs to worry about that. No big deal, right?
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's one
everything's
less
fine.
thing we have to worry about, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't have to worry about paying for any of that.
Right.
Right.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Right.
that and stay off an airplane. What it seems like.
That is definitely one of the things. Yeah. So it's definitely there.
Another vidya.
Another vidya. I got another vidya for you.
Okay.
Now everybody knows that the Stacey Abrams.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows that the
Everybody
Stacey
goes.
Abrams is very, incredibly pro-abortion. She is literally last minute abortion.
Yeah.
Baby's about to come out, but stab it anyway.
Yeah.
Sort of person.
Right.
She's there. But she said something recently, and I think you just need to hear it.
Really?
It's only 12 seconds, but I think you need to hear it because then we can discuss.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm listening.
All right.
There is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. It is a manufactured sin
I'm sorry. What? What did?
designed to convince people that men have the right to take control of a woman's body away from her.
I'm going to redo
There
that.
is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. It is
A
a
heart-
manufactured sin.
What? There is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks?
Yes. Quote, there is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. It is a manufactured sound designed to convince people that men have the right to take control of a woman's body.
I
That is what Stacey Abrams has said.
have to ask a question.
Yep.
Aside from her obvious presidency of the Galactic Federation.
Right. Yeah. On the Star Trek. Yes.
Yeah. What is her job?
Nothing right now.
Yeah, but she's not is she a doctor?
No.
She's never been a doctor.
No.
No medically trained.
Nope.
Nothing whatsoever.
Nope. Not at all.
Nothing.
Nope. In fact, the closest that she's come is a candidate for gubernatorial setup.
And that's the closest she's come to a medical anything?
That's the closest she's come to actually having a career.
Oh, I wouldn't even talk.
Everything else has just been kind of side jobs.
So how does she know? You know what I mean? How do you know?
How does she know?
How do you know?
Because she's a woman. But she can't describe what a woman is.
How? Oh my God! You're kidding? Like this is ridiculous. The haunt meat is just a made up thing. Shut up!
Yeah.
It's a made up sound.
Yeah. Stacey Abrams is advancing a false and unscientific claim about fetal heartbeats at the Student Forum in Atlanta on Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's where it was, and that's where they were going.
Good thing they're passing that on to the next generation.
Yeah, that was at the Ray Charles Performing Arts Center.
Oh, he didn't see it coming either.
Nope, never knew it.
I just, God Almighty.
But he definitely heard that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. How do you
going as far as claiming that it is medically false and a biological lie that there is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks.
Huh. Okay.
She's saying that we ought to get rid of the bill. The bill is asinine. It is biologically inappropriate.
Inappropriate?
Biologically inappropriate. It is morally wrong. And it should be confined to the dustbin of history.
The whole not killing
babies at 6
not killing babies at 6 weeks is
starting at 6 weeks.
should be gotten rid of so you can kill babies.
Right, because it's morally wrong.
It's morally wrong to be not be able to
kill
kill a baby.
A baby.
Huh.
Yeah. After 6 weeks.
My head hurts. It's like my head hurts.
We just got started, bud.
I know, like And the bad part is that there are going to be people who believe this.
Oh no, they're obviously the reason
Especially-
why she's saying it is because there's somebody out there that said it to her.
Well, no, but it's not even just that.
Yeah.
Like she's the type that is all about causing division, period. That's it. That's all she's good for.
Yeah.
She did the whole thing during her gubernatorial thing, trying to pits white against blacks. It was always a race thing from beginning to end.
Correct.
And now it's
And now when talking about, abortions, it's it's not medically sound, it's biologically inappropriate, etc. But her claims are not medically accurate at all. See, the human heartbeat, one of the first organs to form and develop in the embryo, quote, the initiation of the first heartbeat via the primitive heart tube begins at gestation day 22, followed by the active fetal blood circulation by the end of week 4. That, according to the Review of Cardiac Development, published by Karger, a fetal medicine journal.
okay. So technically, she's right.
How?
Well, no. Go back to what she said.
Yeah.
Just scroll up. Let's go back
Right.
to
Okay.
the exact thing. Go back to
The exact quote?
yeah, the exact quote.
There is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks.
Okay. Now bear in mind, my math is not great.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. I did do my math wrong.
Your math is wrong.
I did it as 6.
Into
and
4
for
weeks,
some
you
reason-
have blood circulation.
I heard the 4. Yeah, for some.
You were
stupid
trying to
reason.
add it together, but even still, that's 7 weeks max.
Yeah. No, I did it wrong.
So you were thinking 7 weeks. And so logically, technically, she would have been okay. But no, that's not how it is. It's 2 weeks and an additional 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, I got it now.
Or 3 weeks and then an additional week is what it is.
Yeah. No, I got it now.
1 week later, you have blood circulation pumping through the heart.
Yeah. No, I got it now. I got it, Mike. Again, math has never been my forte, and I've never pretended it was.
You even caught it yourself.
I did.
You did. So good job.
Because I knew it was 6 weeks, 7 to 6, and then you said 4, and so my brain just suddenly clicked the two together. I'm like, that's only 24. Which, even if whatever the hell that meant, still falls short of the 20 or
yeah, right.
over the 22
You were doing
mark.
weird math.
I was.
Got it. Yeah. It was awkward and not there.
I was putting two numbers together, thinking I knew what I was talking about.
But it didn't make any sense. Got it.
No.
Yes. Okay. Well, at least you know, and
I
you
caught
caught
it.
yourself.
I
Good
did.
job. Well done.
I'm a good
well
boy.
done. Well
Yeah,
done.
thank you.
Well done.
Thank
Yes.
you.
You corrected your own mistake. We didn't have to do it for you.
Yes. Thank God.
That's what I tell my kids all the time. Here, I'm going to point out that you failed here. Now fix it.
Yeah.
You can do it. I know you can. I know you know it because you did a stupid mistake. Fix that.
Yeah. This is on you.
Now fix it. Thank you. The already once failed gubernatorial candidate has staked a radical pro-abortion position in her revenge campaign against the Governor Brian Kemp. She said that she supports abortion until the time of birth. See, literally stabbed the baby, but like at
As the
birth.
head's crowning, stab it with an
as
ice
it's
pick.
crowning, stab it with an ice pick and pull it back out. Yeah.
Thank God that someone
And that's
out there cares.
in some circumstances calling it a medical decision, not a political one.
I don't think that means quite exactly what you think it means.
She also said things like this: "We have to stop whispering about abortion rights in the shadows and talk about it openly." What do you think people have been doing for the past 25 years?
Yeah, where have you been for just the past 5 years?
Honestly.
Like seriously, where have you
been? Seriously.
You stupid.
Didn't we just have a Supreme Court decision about
Stupid.
this? Like literally, it's been open.
Yeah.
This isn't the 1970s. This isn't the 1950s. This.
You dummy.
Yeah. She also added into things like this. She said, "It's about how we move our bodies."
Way you move, I move, you move.
Just like that. It's about how we live our lives. This is not a cultural issue. This is not. This is a medical issue. It's an economic issue. It's a moral issue, and it's our decision, meaning women themselves, not anybody else. Of course, what is a woman? She can't tell you. She added that, quote, "If they can take our vote, our right to control our bodies, It's not your body, it's somebody else's. They can take our right to decide who to love. No, they can't. They can take our civil liberties from us. They're already trying to do that. And every time they chip away at civil liberties and you think you're safe, just wait. They're coming for you next.
Yeah, guess what I'm not worried about? They're coming after anything with me.
Especially when it comes to being able to have
Yeah.
abortions. And so,
I've been having y'all come after us forever.
yeah,
Nothing new.
everybody else is coming after us for everything else. Stacy, I got to ask you, who is they?
They.
They-
You know, pronouns.
Who is the they?
Pronouns.
Pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is not like the capital T, they.
No. This is them, they.
They, them.
Yeah.
They, them, they're them.
Yeah, it includes the zers and the z's and
But they are,
Pamalama ding dongs, but
So-
it doesn't. That's it. That's all it is. It's you just have to.
they're coming for you.
They.
They go and find you. They go and find you.
They're gonna find you.
Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy.
Rough Riders. Oh. Wow. Can't believe we got there already.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
My question is how can it be a medical issue, an economic issue, a moral issue? No. Let's
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
how can it be a medical, economic, and moral issue, but not be cultural? Especially, how could it be a moral issue and it not be cultural?
I need
How
to-
do you have morals
Stacey.
without culture and versa versa?
Stacy, I gotta break something down to you. I gotta just let you know. Okay. What is a culture based on?
A collective of people.
And what is that like? What is the culture of that? That culture
It's
is
the way
based.
they do things.
Yeah, and so
It's
what
the collective agreement on how this group does something.
So economic, moral, medical issues. That's your culture.
Pretty much.
So it is a cultural issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're trying to say it's not a political issue, which in fact you and the people like you made it a political issue because it wasn't one beforehand.
Yeah. Dummy.
It wasn't one until Democrats decided to pay a lady to stand up in front of the Supreme Court and say that she had the right to kill her kid,
Yeah. That didn't go well.
who then was paid by the other side 20 years later to say that she was wrong.
She wasn't wrong. She didn't, and then come back and goes, no, I wasn't wrong. I
got paid for it.
yeah.
I wasn't wrong because I didn't make a decision in the first place because I got paid for it.
It was all.
I was making
me.
money. So Stacey Abrams,
Mm-hmm.
when you think about things that are medical issues, economic issues, moral issues, decisions for the overall society, those are culture issues. That's what your culture is on.
It's weird how they all intertwine.
Your culture is based upon the moral foundations of the people. If the culture of the society says it's perfectly okay to rape women in the middle of a fountain in the middle of the damn city, then that's what your culture is. And guess what? That's a moral, economic, and medical issue.
Yeah, you really can't, surgically, and no pun intended, but you can't, surgically remove spots and go, no, this doesn't apply to us.
You can't take the overhead of culture
and then,
away from every other small issue because they're all under the umbrella.
Yeah. Especially even if you're convinced that by her statement, that's very clearly that government should be in control of medical,
government should be in control
economic,
of all of those
and
things.
even
Right.
moral
issues. Right. Not the culture, not
the
society
culture.
as a whole.
That just so we're
just
clear.
the government. That's what she's saying.
That's why she separated that. That's why she said that culture was not like that. Because to her, culture's over here and everything else is under government control.
And that's
Period.
stupid. But that's the thing. That would be your culture at that point.
Yes.
It would still
It'd
be your
still
culture.
be your culture.
That's right.
John Adams once said, "But a constitution of government once changed from freedom can never be restored. Liberty once lost is lost forever." Nearly 250 years after Adams famously wrote those words to his wife, have you been left wondering if liberty is indeed lost forever? Many people are feeling that way, and who can blame them when they hear things like,
History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen. However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
with talk like that, maybe liberty is dead.
And now's the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there.
Or is it? From the people behind the #1 critical thinking podcast in the world comes Reviving Liberty, a podcast experience unlike anything you've heard before. Join your host, Andrew Coppins, on a path towards rediscovering what liberty is and how we can apply it in today's age of darkness and tyranny. Get ready for a liberty mindset in your life. Andrew will be with you soon, taking the first steps on the path toward reviving liberty with you. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform and engage with the show by visiting revivingliberty.com and follow Andrew on social media at The Coppin Show.
This is Defenders Live.
So there's been a big thing about drugs recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Drugs?
Drugs, specifically drugs, you know.
Yeah.
And a specific one.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the fentanyls.
Yeah, everybody's all upset about that one.
And so I've got two stories.
Mm-hmm.
Two stories about the fentanyls.
Two.
Count them.
1, 2.
There you go. See, North Carolina babysitter Haley Godshall.
God shall what?
Demand that she pays for her crimes.
Oh, okay.
Pled guilty on Tuesday to the involuntary manslaughter of a 16-month-old baby who ingested a lethal dose of fentanyl.
Okay,
which, by the way, for a baby, that's literally any.
I was going to say, that's like
anything.
I was going to go at it. Isn't that like
trace amount?
She could sniff it, or that's
Yep.
like a single grain.
Literally, Haley probably had some, and the baby smelled it and died. And
yeah, like it's
right.
Mm-hmm. It came in the house, and a kid suddenly was
like
taken and gone. Yeah. Like it doesn't take a lot,
and not for a baby.
No.
If it can kill if it can pass out a human adult.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. My voice cracked. It happens.
You go through puberty again?
17th time. I'm sure it'll be fine eventually.
Wow. At least you don't have pizza face or nothing like that. So that's good.
Yeah. That's my oldest. It's actually like pizza back.
Good times
like
coming. Oh,
it sucks.
Damn bra strap.
Right.
'Tis a shame. 'Tis a shame.
It is. No. So even adults, like fully grown, 250-pound, 6 foot tall adult males,
like myself.
I said 250-pound.
Oh. One day I will be there.
One day. Yeah, but no.
One fine
It can
day.
knock them out with a whiff.
Yeah.
Like not kill them, but knock them out.
Yeah. It doesn't take a lot.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, so she's
Superior Court Judge Karen Edie Williams sentenced to Godshall to a minimum 33-month for manslaughter and 20 months for drug and larceny-related charges. So the 24-year-old woman will serve between 4 to 7 years in prison. That's reported by the Charlotte Observer.
Hold on. Go back.
2 separate charges.
Yeah, but you'd serve them both basically at the same time.
One and then the other, yes.
Even so, that's
She's
not
charged separately.
Okay.
Charged separately.
That's not 4 years, though.
Hold on.
That's not 4 to 7.
Well,
I can do at least that kind of math.
All right. So 24.
At 24 is 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then another 12. It's 3 years.
3 years.
Right. And that's another month on top of that, and then 20 more months.
That's still not 7 years. Okay? It's not 7 years.
It's not 7, but you changed your number because you said it's not 4 years.
Shut up. That's not the point. It's not 7 years. Okay? So there. It's not.
It depends on good behavior, apparently.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, the ADA, Nancy Lee, told court on that on November 7th, 2021, Gottschall called her friend Alexia Jenkins. No, not related to Leroy.
I started thinking about that.
I know, it was there.
Every time that name pops up. Leroy Jenkins!
And asked if she could watch her son.
Good.
Kingston on that day, for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Lee stated that it was not unusual for Gottschall to spend some time with a kid. So it's cool. No problems.
Okay.
I already know the family, whatever. Gottschall and her friend, Daisy Bear.
Okay.
Not that bear, the other bear, like bare-bottomed. Smoked methamphetamines. And then decided to pick up the toddler from Jenkins to bring him back to Gottschall's home.
Well, at least he didn't smoke it while the kid was there.
It doesn't matter. Linger.
Yeah, that's true.
When they arrived back at the house, Gottschall fed the child oatmeal, and then he fell asleep.
Sure he did.
In the bed between his 2 babysitters while the 2 women watched a movie.
Okay.
After the child was asleep, Gottschall grabbed a bag of fentanyl from her bra and gave it to her friend. 2 women used the drug and eventually also fell asleep. When they woke up, they realized something was very wrong with the kid.
Something isn't right.
So they took him to the hospital. Later that evening, the toddler was dead.
Okay.
Autopsy found that the child ingested a farther than lethal dose of fentanyl.
Huh. Like,
so it's unclear of how the baby absorbed the narcotic. During the hearing, Lee confirmed that the amount of fentanyl in the toddler system was more than he could have ingested from the particles in the air.
So he would have had to have found
he grabbed
the bag?
it from the he grabbed it from the bag.
Oh man.
He grabbed it from the bag, or she forgot to put it back in her bra, left it on the bed when she passed out.
That's just not right.
From the judge. The judge says, I have no doubt that Miss Gottschall actually loved the baby, wanted to care for the baby, but based on her addiction, the disease of addiction, was not in the best position to take care of anybody's child. And I'm grateful for the family that they have for their forgiving hearts and has sought counseling through religious belief, apparently. Because apparently the mom knew her and everybody, they knew each other, and it's like, it's a whoops.
No, that's not a whoops. That to me is not a. I mean,
it's not a whoops to me either. But then again, it's addiction, so I can't.
Yeah, no, I mean it is different, but at the same time,
addiction is very hard. It depends on what it is, but it's the thing, you know.
Yeah, no, it sucks, but at the same time, you would think, and I guess people are different.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different than me. But like my brain goes, even if you're like,
no, some people like they're so addicted, or they're chemically like their bodies are.
It's the same as drinking water. No, and I understand that, but at the same time, I just wow.
Yeah,
that sucks. Poor little Tang.
Just so you know, lethal dose is considered 2 milligrams.
Oh. Okay. Well, holy smokes.
Mm-hmm. That's from the DEA.
It's kind of a bit.
And
just so we're all
2 milligrams?
Just a tad.
It's nothing.
No, but that's
dust in the wind.
That's not funny. That's not funny. That poor little child. You're gonna. Laugh.
I wasn't laughing at the child. I was making a joke about 2 milligrams. You know.
No, I know. But it's not like we're not wanting to talk about fentanyl though.
Oh no. Well, that's the thing. The more concentrated the drug, the more dangerous the drug, the less needed and the more damaging it is.
That's it. Yeah, I can't say less needed, but definitely everything else. And in North Carolina too. Did it say where?
Huh?
Did it say where in North Carolina?
It's the Charlotte area, the greater Charlotte
Oh,
area.
I didn't remember that part.
Yeah. Greater Charlotte area. So
Well,
there's that.
Bay.
Yeah. So, in a related note,
on a sidebar,
related note here, Republican Representative Matt Gaetz, you know the guy from the Floridas?
Yeah, the Floridas, yes.
Yes. The Matt Gaetz from the Floridas issued a tweet on Wednesday calling for the U.S. to go ahead and just bomb Sinaloa.
Holy shit.
The Sinaloa cartel. Just go ahead and bomb it. Just carpet it.
He's like,
bomb.
I'm done.
Yep.
Done.
He also noted that he was not joking.
You know what's bad is I don't think he is. I never believed or doubted him. It's just
this is not a joke. Go ahead and bomb the Sinaloa cartel. The lawmaker made the comments when retweeting a post that included a video clip of him discussing the deadly drug fentanyl. See, quote, "It irks me."
It irks him.
Irks me every time I hear someone talk about fentanyl overdoses because no one overdoses on fentanyl because I don't think anybody really sets out to score some fentanyl for a good time.
You sure?
This lady did.
Yeah, I was going to say, she kind of...
Yeah, usually it's also cut with cocaine, though, or meth. It's either cut with cocaine or meth.
Yeah, it's not commonly done.
It's not commonly done individually by itself, but they are in tabs now, and that's what this lady did previously. But anyway, he's not talking about that. It's not an overdose. It's a poisoning that's happens, which, once again, if it's cut into the supply, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean...
Scott Adams, who is known as Dilbert.
For his Dilbert cut. Yeah. I was like, whoa, that's...
He's the Dilbert.
He's
the guy that did the Dilberts.
Okay.
The comic strip disagreed with the lawmaker's assessment, tweeting that addiction addicts do score fentanyl directly for a high, but they tend to be pros who have a better record of handling it. They didn't know crowd is at high risk. The didn't know crowd is at high risk.
You're not fixing the situation, anything. I mean,
no.
Okay, so you're like, oh, the only thing you may have cleared up was, people turn around and have they do intentionally score it. Okay, but you just agreed that it's affecting everyone, and only the ones who didn't know are at a higher risk.
Yeah.
You dumbass.
See, the Sinaloa cartel has been named by the U.S. government as one of the two cartels largely to blame for the American fentanyl problem. Quote, fentanyl available in the United States is primarily supplied by two drug networks, the Sinaloa cartel and the Jalisco New Generation cartel.
Well, at least it's a new generation.
Yeah. It's new gen.
Good for them.
It's the next generation. That's from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. They also note that many users believe that they are purchasing either heroin or cocaine or whatever else, and actually don't know that they're purchasing fentanyl, which often results in an overdose death.
Yeah, but don't you just... This makes sense to me.
Clandestinely produced fentanyl is primarily manufactured in Mexico.
Like, that doesn't... Hold on.
Avocados.
No, that doesn't make sense to me.
Why would you kill your customer base?
No, but that doesn't... No, I mean, they don't care about that part. Like, that's not it.
They do.
If it's a good high, it doesn't matter. No. Many users believe they're purchasing heroin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to a question. You've been to a store before, like a grocery store, department store, anywhere.
Yes.
You've gone in somewhere...
I was about to ask you, like, are you trying to imply that I've purchased heroin before? Because
no. So let's be very specific about this.
Okay.
You've shopped, you've patronized an auto parts store.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, a
Okay.
couple times.
Okay.
This week.
You did.
Once
Yeah.
this week.
That's right. Because you did brakes.
I did brakes.
Okay. So you know what brakes are then.
Yeah.
So
I did done the brakes.
So you went in
Yeah.
to this location and you purchased brakes.
Yes.
You walked to the counter and you said, "Excuse me, sir,
I want brakes.
or ma'am, I need
Brakes.
brake pads."
Yes.
Okay?
Them's the brakes.
Right. And if they hand you said brakes, you could easily recognize them
As brakes.
as brakes. You
Yes.
can look at them, right? And you can tell.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've never walked in and asked for brakes and they've handed you a starter
No.
or a flywheel.
No.
You've never had that happen.
No.
So I asked the question.
Or rotors. They'd never
Or-
give me rotors when I asked for brakes.
Yeah, they didn't do that to you. So, but that's my point. So
They usually don't even mention, hey, your rotors might be a little bit messed up.
yeah, they're like, yeah, you didn't bring him in. You know he doesn't care. We know he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Doesn't even care. But that's my point. So you've walked in, you've asked for something, and you
Received
were
something.
able to identify that this was the one, even down to no,
Once
right.
again, okay, hold on. Because here's the thing, right?
But I was gonna say, like, if they handed you, like, you need brake pads.
Yes.
If they handed you brake shoes,
I would know.
you would know.
Yes.
So even though it's still in that ballpark, you would still know.
Yes.
So I lead you down this very long,
Windy road.
hyperbolic tangent for the simple question of, you go to a drug dealer and say, "Excuse me, drug dealer, do you have heroin?" And they say yes, and they handed a bag. It's not the person buying it's mistake, which is what that said.
Well,
No, that said, many users believe that they are purchasing heroin and actually do not know that they're purchasing fentanyl.
well, no, they're not calling the users. They're not saying that the users made a mistake. They're saying that the drug dealers are intentionally spiking it with fentanyl. And so the
So
users
they're
don't
adding
know.
fentanyl to the heroin.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry for that very long diatribe then, because it makes no sense now.
No, yeah, but no. So to answer your question,
My bad, dog. My
what
bad.
the more related note would be, say you'd have to like, if for some reason I had to BC powders were no longer over the counter.
You watch your dirty whore mouth.
I know.
Don't you dare slander the BC powder.
If they were no longer over the counter medicines, right, and I had to go to the pharmacist and get BC powders.
Yes.
So if I went to the counter and got the BC powders from the pharmacist, and I said, "Hey, pharmacist, I need some BC powders," and they handed me a box that said BC powders, and I would look at it and I say, "Okay, it's BC powders, great,"
Yeah, you would.
and it's just normal BC powders.
Right.
But then come to find out
The manufacturer was
that the manufacturer, whoever boxed that or packaged it, actually decided to put cocaine in there.
football chalk.
Or football chalk or something. Well, no, something dangerous.
Well, but I'm saying it's stuff that didn't work.
Right.
Like it could
Stuff
be
that either didn't work or stuff that was dangerous or just put a little bit like cornstarch, whatever, just to mix it.
Some
just to,
yeast.
Just to cut it in there, just to fluff it up a little bit to make it a little. If that was there, I wouldn't know it.
Yeah. Until, well, yeah.
Even then, I wouldn't know it. I would just be like, it's not working as well as it used to. What the hell?
Now I have a side effect from this. Usually it takes away stuff, not adds.
Right. Yeah.
Headache isn't going away. And for some reason, my liver hurts. I can't figure out.
I don't understand how this is. Anyway.
Why am
but
I
yeah,
peeing blood? I don't
know.
get
It doesn't make any sense. It's like fiberglass in there. What's going on?
Oh, I've had that happen.
What?
I gotten fiberglass in my lungs. Cough up blood.
Oh, in your lungs. Yeah.
lungs,
Yeah.
man.
That's not good. That's scar tissue
It's bad.
that I wish I never saw.
It's bad.
But no, so that's what it'd be. And yeah,
Still.
at that point, I understand. It's they're overdosing because they don't know. And if you don't know, then you don't know, then you don't know. And you trust that your dealer, who, by the way, is doing something illegal, and why the hell are you trusting somebody that's doing something illegal, dumbass?
Because you want the high.
Because you want the high.
Because I got high.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh,
Oh, no, but he's a trusted dealer. Really?
He is. He's been on the block for about 6 years now.
Trusted. Okay. What's his Google review?
Well, he's got it. He's got 4.5 stars on Yelp. I'm just saying. He was so good, a matter of fact, on one of his reviews that apparently somebody had bought some stuff from him. And he realized that he had shortchanged them by a couple ounces and went to their home and gave them the difference. He's that good of a guy.
That good.
He's the kind that gives change.
That's
when
the
it
type
comes
of
to buying
change-
stuff.
That's the type of change you need.
Right.
Change around the block.
He did. He's like, God bless you. He's like, I may be doing selling drugs, but I want to.
I want to be honest about this.
Right, to keep this thing going. Ride this gravy train.
He didn't just give me one free; he gave me a week's supply.
Yeah. I guess because you really have to have time to get hooked. Because you have a bad trip on that first one, you're never coming back. But if you get lured into it by multiples,
He even told me the dosage,
right? And he had a really snappy lab coat,
which was really cool.
I don't know where the hell he got it from, but
I don't know, but it was filled.
It was a sharp dressed man.
And every girl's crazy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just saying. half of, and every year at Christmas time, over half of his profits during the Christmas season goes to Toys for Tots.
Yeah. And that's just because, he knows that feeling.
Yeah, he knows.
Back in the day, he knows that
he's
feeling.
trying to help the community by
and
killing
don't
the
forget
community.
during the beginning of the school year, he gets backpacks.
Yeah, he does.
For the kids.
Right.
And right there at the corner.
Yep.
So you just go pick up your backpack, get a dose, and go.
Yep. And
it's a double up.
And when he's not on the corner,
right?
Usually on Saturday or Sunday, because
he's at the homeless shelter.
He is.
giving
That's
out-
to say, he's at the soup.
He's
soup
souping it,
kitchen.
yeah.
Dishing out pea soup to.
No soup for you.
You just painted a really good picture of this drug dealer and then turned him into the soup Nazi from Seinfeld. How the hell did that happen? He's such a good guy. He does bad things that hurts the community.
No
but
more
it's
soup for you.
Now you turn him into a douche. That's not right. He's.
I'm just saying he knows when to cut him off.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
But yeah, so Matt Gaetz just wants to go ahead and just bomb the Sinaloa cartels. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Go for it.
I don't think that's the proper use of the American military, but okay.
Why not?
I mean, technically, it's national defense at that point.
It is.
Poisoning our society.
Well, no, and you're right.
You could come about and say that it's national defense at that point.
You could, but that's what I was getting ready to say. Like you're talking. It's a national. Damn it! I just had it in my brain and lost it. But it's one of those national security type things.
Yep.
It's because obviously it's getting in here illegally.
Yep.
Somebody is bringing it here illegally, and we know where it's coming from, the southern border.
Yes.
So it for all intents and purposes, it's a giant national security issue. Well,
Yes.
that too.
It's a giant cluster, is what
It is.
Yeah, so there's that. But there's also this.
There's more.
There's so much more, yeah. Socialist, Democrat, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good. We haven't heard from her in a while.
Of the New Yorks has opined that birth rates are dropping because of capitalism.
What?
And that more immigration was the only solution to keep social safety afloat.
What? Wait, what? What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. She said, and I quote, you take a look at it. There are, and it's not just Japan or South Korea, there are quite a few countries that are really struggling because young people under the burden of capitalism and living under a society that's increasingly concentrating wealth among the rich. We're not having kids, and we're not having kids at the same rate. And we actually need immigrant populations to help balance things out. We can't continue to fund Social Security, Medicare, all this stuff without immigrants. And it's always been that way.
Oh, dear God.
Don't act like it's some new trend or anything like that.
Stop.
Yeah, go ahead.
First off, I realize how difficult it was for you to read what she says, because when she speaks, dear God,
I was trying to be as concise as possible.
I feel that sometimes when she talks, she has an electric shock collar on her somewhere that someone just randomly just hits the button and zaps her, and
it's somewhere.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh my God, go back to the beginning. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Yep. You take a look at it.
Yeah, we're not going to, because Japan and South Korea.
Whatever. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are struggling with young people under the burdens of capitalism.
Yeah. And living under.
No, don't jump ahead.
Okay. The burdens of capitalism.
Burdens of capitalism.
Burdens of capitalism. What's the burden?
I'm trying to figure that out. One, for all intents and purposes, we're not a full-blown capitalist system
no,
anyway.
No, we're not.
We're really not.
We're really close to just saying that we're socialist at best at this point.
Yeah, we're socialist cronyist at best. Or heading in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But we sure as hell are not capitalist. And
as a society.
As a society, yes. We should. That's what everybody says we are. We
should represent that.
Normal human beings should be striving, or Americans should be striving for that.
Yes.
But they're not.
No.
But that same capitalist or lack thereof is kind of what put you where you're at, Miss Cortez.
I mean, the fact that...
Do you realize that? Like,
as a capitalist, remember that you were the person asking for tips at a bar.
Right.
Just a few years ago.
Right. That's
because your dancing career never took off.
That's where I was going with a lot of that. You're saying this stuff, and you're using, probably a very expensive cell phone and a very updated modern cell phone.
Oh,
yes. You're living in a very nice house with very nice appliances and very nice.
It's not a house.
Oh, it's a condo?
Yeah, she lives in a condo.
That's right, because
her Bronx.
Her people of her, it's a condo. Whatever. You live in a very nice place with very nice items.
Yep.
You have a lot of stuff. That's all because of capitalism that you have those things.
Yep. So you're living under the success of capitalism past.
Yes. And people, which would include, your parents, possibly your grandparents, but definitely your parents.
I remember her grandma,
your aunts and uncles, and we don't count Nana because she's suffering.
She's suffering.
She has nothing,
and Ocasio-Cortez is not helping her
doing anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I blame your parents, your aunts, your uncles, on both sides of the family. That's the kind of the mid generation that turned around and kind of started not caring. Which brought the system even worse into cronyism now than what it used to be, and further away from capitalism.
Yeah.
It's kind of their fault. And instead of trying to fix it, you want to bitch and blame other people.
Specifically, everybody else that are still trying to be a capitalist.
Right.
Under a...
Right, because they've said, no, maybe if we keep going...
It'll be okay.
It'll be a phase and we'll get through this and things can change.
Uh-huh.
And you're just going, well, they're rich. Well, they're rich.
Well, you're rich.
You're rich. By actual definition, you're rich.
You are rich. You come from a rich family. Not only do you come from a rich family, but you went to a rich school. You then took a job in a high-end bartending where you made tons of money, for all intents and purposes, tons of money.
Yeah.
After you decided that you couldn't do a dancing career, which would have also made you rich, and then you became a politician off of the backs of not even your own efforts, but the efforts of tons of people, not you, because you don't know shit about shit.
Yeah. Collectively, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. But then you're going to turn around and go, and we're living under a society that it's increasingly concentrating wealth among the rich.
Yes.
Well, no, it's not.
Wealth among the rich.
Society is not concentrating wealth among the rich. See, a lot of the rich have actually made good decisions and by coming up with products like, say, I don't know, Apple or Amazon or Netflix or, insert big company here.
Right. And the people that are buying it, mainly us,
yes,
are paying for it because we want it.
Right. So they're not doing anything wrong. They're actually doing what capitalism does. The problem with it is you're not trying.
Yeah.
That's why you turn around and say you need immigrant populations to help balancing things out. You want other people to fix problems that you have just as big a hand of causing.
Yep.
You don't take any ownership for anything. You're going to go, it needs to be immigrants. It wasn't immigrants. These are not just immigrants coming across the border. They're illegals. They don't pay taxes. They don't pay into Social Security.
Hold on.
now.
Before you get there, I got to put this in. She also added this. Any child with a Social Security number is eligible. Do not count yourself because a parent or a guardian is undocumented. You just need your individual tax number.
For what?
To apply for things like child tax credits, all the rest of it.
Hold on, but you're right there. You're talking about taking from something.
Yeah.
As you said, immigrants need to bring in stuff.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, New York.
Well, they did it themselves. So.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry that you are that stupid.
Yep.
I hope you can
I'm not sorry.
I
You're
hope
stupid.
people make mistakes. I hope you can get your head out of your ass.
Nope.
I hope everything gets better. But otherwise,
yeah.
That's been the show.
Yep.
Y'all have fun.
See y'all Monday.
Bye, y'all.